While everyone on planet Earth anxiously awaits to see what the Pentagon says about aliens in their highly anticipated UFO report, what the Pentagon has actually said officially up to this point is quite confusing and even contradictory. And documents obtained by the Post show that it led to an official complaint with the Department of Defense Inspector General. Since 2017, seemingly every media outlet has already reported the bombshell news that the Pentagon had a secret UFO program for many years. But what hasn't been widely reported is what the Pentagon has officially actually said about it. Buckle up, because it's quite the roller coaster. On May 22nd, 2019, the Post exclusively reported a statement from Pentagon spokesman Chris Sherwood, where he confirmed that the Pentagon UFO program, called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or AATIP, did research and investigate unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. UAP is the government's way of saying UFOs, and this was something they had never said before. This unprecedented admission by the government, essentially, yes, we investigate UFOs, sent shockwaves around the world, and even the History Channel deemed it a historical moment. However, in December 2019, Pentagon spokesperson Susan Goff completely walked back that shocking admission to the Post, saying that actually, AATIP had nothing to do with UAP. So within the span of just a few months, the Pentagon officially said, yes, AATIP investigated UFOs. No, actually, no, it didn't investigate UFOs at all. Then, in May of this year, the Pentagon issued a third statement, which contradicts their previous two. Via Goff, a statement says that AATIP did in fact, among other things, allow for research drawn from a wide variety of sources, including reports of UAPs. So the Pentagon has now had 3 different positions regarding their UFO program. Yes, we did investigate UFOs. No, actually, wait. No, we didn't investigate UFOs at all. And now, okay, maybe we kind of investigated UFOs. Confusing? Well, it doesn't end there. The Pentagon's continually amended statements are not isolated to just their now infamous UFO program, but also to the man who claims he ran the program. Lue Elizondo has spent the last 4 years publicly claiming he was in charge of chasing UFOs for the Pentagon's AATIP program. The Pentagon, however, does not support his claims. They say, nope. In May 2019, spokesperson Chris Sherwood denied Elizondo was involved with the UFO program, telling the Post, quote, Mr. Elizondo had no responsibilities with regard to the AATIP program. Over a series of phone calls and emails, Sherwood said he was trying to provide me with documentation that would support that statement on Elizondo. When the documentation never came, I pressed him further, essentially asking, why the delay? What's going on over there? Seemingly frustrated, he replied and said, I am not really happy with the way they're handling this story, referring to higher-ups on how they were handling the Pentagon's stance on Elizondo. Sherwood stopped communicating with me shortly after this. Instead, spokesperson Susan Goff took up the reins. In June 2019, she issued a second, slightly amended statement regarding Elizondo. Quote, Elizondo did not have any assigned responsibilities for AATIP. The word assigned had now been added to the statement. When I spoke with a spokesperson for the Defense Intelligence Agency, that person confirmed, yes, Lue Elizondo was involved with transferring AATIP out of DIA to another office. I asked Goff and Sherwood, hey, the DIA says yes, Lue was involved, at least in transferring AATIP from one office to the next. Is that not at least one assigned responsibility? I was then told, we don't disagree with that. What DIA says is true. I then said, well then would you like to amend your statement that he had no assigned responsibilities? They said the statement still stands. And to this day, years later, after revelations and new information has been revealed, they are still releasing the same statement. Elizondo did not have any assigned responsibilities for AATIP. I recently spoke with Lue Elizondo and brought this up. This was his response.
If the Pentagon continues on that line of narrative, will probably be a big mistake for them. There's enough people now in the Pentagon and on the Hill that know exactly who I was and what I did. And, it's going to continue to hurt their credibility. These assigned duties were coming from the legislative branch.
And former Senator Harry Reid supports this claim. Reid recently released a signed statement confirming Elizondo's role investigating UFOs while at the Pentagon. Quote, Mr. Elizondo has spent his career working tirelessly in the shadows on sensitive national security matters, including investigating UAPs as the head of AATIP. He performed these duties admirably. So what is going on here? Why is the Pentagon continually releasing confusing, contradictory statements regarding UFOs? Well, the Defense Department Inspector General just might find out. Documents obtained by the Post show that Lue Elizondo himself filed a complaint against the Pentagon on May 3rd. In the complaint, Elizondo provides documented proof of his involvement in the UFO program and alleges some inside the Pentagon are actively trying to publicly discredit him. Regarding why he alleges some in the Pentagon are trying to publicly discredit him, Elizondo told the Post that UFOs are a thorn in the side of many inside the DoD because they haven't been able to figure out what they are, much less come up with a solution on how to deal with them.
It is a thorn in their side because they don't have a solution. And that's a problem. When you are in the role of national security, you are paid to have solutions and offer solutions, not problems. And we don't have any solutions yet. And so it is a sticky situation. It is a thorn in the side of many people. I had to pay personally the consequences of that. I had some people in the government that did not like me coming out and having this conversation. And they went after me. And they are continuing to try to cause problems for me.
Elizondo went on to specifically call out Pentagon spokesperson Susan Goff.
The DoD, particularly the PAO and Susan Goff, can play these games. But look, the American people are going to judge. And history's watching. And right now, they don't need any more help digging a hole. They are digging their own hole.
And now Elizondo is taking his fight with the Pentagon a step further, telling the Post that he's considering running for Congress to force more government transparency on UFOs. So while UFOs are taking center stage on an international platform, an equally mysterious story appears to be occurring just behind the curtain.